Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel 𝗪𝗲𝗃𝗃, and for here we talk football the Naija way with the Naija vibes. And I know the here alone, I here with my guy
Mkay talks.
and
also for life.
Our Arsenal fan in the house and our Manchester United fan, and as you all know, the world champion. But we can represent Naija today. So make we just go in straight to our weekend preview for this weekend games for Premier League. And one of the big games that they happen this weekend, we would like talk about now the Liverpool versus West Ham United game. MK, how far you see that game?
Liverpool versus West Ham, to be very honest, it's going to be a very, very, very interesting match. Now, reason being that Liverpool, so far so good. If you've seen, they have been on a kind of form that sometimes if you look at it, it may not really look like they are performing well, but they're actually performing well because look at where they are in the table currently. You can see that. You can see a testament of how their performances has been.
They're champions, so former champions.
Former champions too. And then West Ham on the other end too. You know, battling relegation and everything. So, and if you check their last matches, like I think they drew against Man U. You understand? I think the next match was the FA Cup match, which they also won. Then the last match that they played, which they lost to Chelsea. So coming to this match, away from home at the Anfield, it's going to be very difficult for them. Honestly, and I know very well that obviously Nuno Santos, who we all know as a low block master, he also obviously going to do the low block thing. So it's also going to be very difficult for Liverpool to score, and also very difficult for West Ham because they'll just be looking for maybe those counter-attack situations. But defensively, we all know that West Ham is very good. So that's why I said it's going to be a very difficult one. And personally, I think it's going to be a draw. I don't know about you, but I think it's going to be a draw.
For me, I feel like defensively, West Ham know they're good. You cannot be good defensively and they sit on the 17th position for the league. You cannot be good defensively, even if your coach no start the season with you. At least Nuno don't play up to 8 to 10 matches this season, and we don't see them concede goals. So you cannot tell me they are up there defensively. They might be a good side, you know, they can get goals, create chances, and all of that. But against a Liverpool team, if you see the way the Liverpool play against Nottingham Forest, you go no see. They get something to offer. Yes, they started very poorly. The season was not as rosy as expected. Injuries, poor performances, players that they signed could not pick up. We see 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗃𝗃 and all of that. But Liverpool against West Ham United at Anfield for me is a clear one-sided game. I swear, now one-sided game for me. Although Liverpool no be that Liverpool of last season, but with wetin they play for their last match against Nottingham Forest, they dey ready to fight and revive their season. And mind you, Liverpool is just sitting below Chelsea by goal difference. Currently now Manchester United they occupy the 4th position by 48 points. Chelsea 5th position by 45 points. Liverpool 6th position by 45 points. So it's just the goal difference. So expect them to come out this week knowing that yes, Chelsea they play Arsenal, they are likely to lose. Anyhow you want to say, I'm a Chelsea fan, but the odds now they favor Arsenal currently because they are charged for the league, they are good performances, but Chelsea will still show you why we'll be world champions. You understand? They still show you why we'll be world champions. So whatever it is, just keep and wait till Sunday. But for the Liverpool and the West Ham game, for me, it's a clear one-sided game, and I feel that Liverpool will get the 3 points regardless of how the game will go. So how it be for you?
I personally don't feel like Liverpool is a one-sided game. In fact, I am of the unpopular opinion that Nuno wins that game. Now I'll give you this reason
Liverpool
why.
For Anfield.
Yes, Liverpool won the title last season. And many people did not beat them last season. Many teams did not beat Liverpool last season. But what team beat Liverpool last season at Anfield? That was Nottingham Forest, led by Nuno Santos. 0-1. Scored one goal since the first minute and defended that goal really well. Now, look at that Manchester United match. It was not really about the defenders or the individuals at all in the setup. The one individual that was important for West Ham was basically Matheus Fernandes. Matheus Fernandes is somebody that nobody talks about a lot. Now, if you look at that West Ham side, it is the defensive organization that they play with. It is not really necessarily the individuals. It is how they play. Now, look at how when you receive the ball as an opponent trying to attack Nottingham Forest, a back line immediately forms that is 6 and 3 in front of it, and the lone striker, that's 𝗪𝗏𝗆, ready to pounce on any loose ball. Now, Liverpool are shown to struggle against teams. I watched that Liverpool Nottingham Forest. Liverpool were, I don't want to use curse words, but Liverpool were not good in that first half at all. Even in the second half, they did not play well in the second half until I think the 50th minute or the 55th minute.
That is when now when they don't lose match.
And even at that, they could not win without those controversial goals. Those controversial goals.
They know how controversial goal will take come outside. They were pressing. They were looking for the goals. Now
but I am saying that if Nottingham Forest are taking those chances that they had in the first half, it would not have been that same story. And this season, since when Nuno has come to West Ham, it has shown that Somerville does not waste chances. If Somerville gets 3 chances at your goalkeeper, he's burying 2. Best believe he's burying 2. So unlike Nottingham Forest that you have 𝗍𝗍𝗃 for me is not a Premier League level centre forward.
But that guy did perform.
He is performing, but go and check the matches that he performs in. He has performed more in Europe than he has performed in the Premier League. He has not been able to get a goal in the Premier League in 200 and in how many minutes? He has not, but if he's playing in Europe, he gets maybe a brace because the competition in Europe compared to the competition in the Premier League is different. The Premier League is a different beast. Physically, it is very, very tiring. So when you now have somebody like 𝗍𝗍𝗃 there against that Liverpool centre-back of Konate and Van Dijk, no now. But now look at Somerville. He's going to bore you. He's going to tire you out. He's going to run at you, no matter how long or how physically imposing that you are.
But you know that Somerville will be playing from the flanks. He will play as a direct striker against
definitely
Konate and Van Dijk. If you play him against Konate and Van Dijk as a direct striker, you know go see him for the game.
And that is the reason why. That is the reason why they are very, very dangerous, because he's going to be playing from the centre, and you have Tati Castellanos. Castellanos is a very, very, very physical striker too. A la Lautaro Martinez. Let's say a low budget Lautaro Martinez. That's what Castellanos is. Now, when Castellanos is there, occupying Van Dijk or Konate, anyone that is occupying of the two.
Now give space for.
And you know that Liverpool does not even have a right back.
Yes.
It leaves the space for Somerville to attack. Now you don't have 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 in that particular good form that he is able to bomb forward and also bomb backward to defend. And you have Malik Diouf. Relentless energy.
Just talk something now. Is 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 in a good form?
He is definitely in good
form. In the last 5 matches, how many assists?
He is in good form.
It's not about.
It's not just about the assists. How you support the defender.
He's not playing as a central back. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 they play as a right back.
Right wing back.
Yes, now you move forward, you advance, you play crosses. Abi, you will see him for Cucurella, we will see him for Juni Timber, we will see him for Dalot.
Okay, so
these people get numbers.
How many?
Even Dalot not get numbers. Dalot not get numbers. But now the way you go judge am, now the runs wey they make. Now, for example, now I be Somerville, I dey face maybe let's say na Conor Bradley, then play or Szoboszlai they play as right back today. I dey face Szoboszlai as right back. I won't try dribble Szoboszlai. Immediately I try dribble Szoboszlai. 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 make that run into space where I fit pass into one. Immediately he activates Konate. Konate immediately try to go block 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 run. Immediately Somerville fit go on the outside, play cross inside. And when you play cross inside, you get Souček, you get Castellanos. Even if they miss the ball, you still get person like Bowen really ready to bounce.
But you know, say all these things wey you dey narrate now, you dey undermine Liverpool defensive abilities.
No, see,
I'm not. I'm only
make you realize that
saying that
not a one-sided.
It's not a one-sided game. The way you look at it,
no one-sided game no really mean say West Ham no go put up a fight, try to do 1 or 2 things. They will also try to like.
But I didn't know you are saying that Liverpool is going to.
Liverpool will get the result regardless of whatever they do.
I don't feel if they get it, it will be very easy.
It won't.
Yes, if they get the result, it will not be very easy.
What matters most in football is getting the 3 points.
Anyway, so let's see what happens.
1-0.
The only weak point I see in West Ham. The only weak point I see in West Ham. That's if Slot is to exploit it. Is 𝗟𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃.
So for you, what do you think could be the scoreline? Let's go to scoreline prediction. Liverpool and West Ham United.
I'll go with a 3-2.
3-2.
Yes, that's Liverpool.
So this West Ham will score Liverpool 2 goals.
They scored Chelsea 2 goals. Why would they not score
Chelsea now? You won't compare Chelsea defense at this moment with.
They have scored every big team, including Man City. Who is Liverpool?
I go remind you on Monday. Say they no go score Liverpool.
No,
what is scoreline prediction for you?
1-1.
1-1. Liverpool don't suffer. Anyway, Liverpool. I know why they support you. I'm an investor.
I see.
Investment a proper win, 2-0 win. That one is sharp for me. Alright, another game for this weekend na Leeds United versus Manchester City United. And we all know our dear brother here na Leeds fan for that game.
Nah, better
they won win league. See, they no go later win. But let's talk about the game.
Leeds United versus Manchester City.
Yeah.
I know that so many people are going to write off Leeds United.
Yes. Why won't you write them off?
No, I'm saying I know a lot of people will write them. I mean, I'm not going to write them off. I can never.
You don't go write them off. You wear Arsenal jersey.
Now,
why you won't
it's
write
not
them
even
off?
about the Arsenal jersey. Let's look at the form that Leeds United have been on.
Yes.
In their past, I think should I say 5 games or so.
Not 5. It's been more than. It's been
like up to 6
since
or
when
7.
I think since last year when they announced that
the last loss they had was against Arsenal.
Yeah.
That 4-0.
Yes.
4-0.
Before then, they were on the winning. They were on unbeaten. I would say winning streak, on unbeaten streak.
Yes.
Even after the Arsenal game, they still continued the unbeaten streak.
They drew
why?
So now
After Manchester City game,
so now
Arsenal beat you, Man City no go beat you.
See, you cannot compare Arsenal beating Leeds United and this. Okay, remember the first game that the first leg between Leeds United and Manchester City. Who won it?
I can't remember.
I can't even remember who actually won it. If you check
I think they drew that match.
We can check out.
But now, based on current form, and the fact that this is see, I always keep telling people there is a certain Man City team.
Man City beat them first leg 3-2.
3-2. Okay, 3-2. You can see 3-2.
And
that was very close. Now there is something about this Manchester City team that I keep telling people. See, if it was the Man City that had Gundogan, that had Kevin De Bruyne, that had Haaland, that had who else again was there in that year? They had men, not this current Rodri and the rest of them. I would have been afraid.
Pre-ACL Rodri, yes.
I would have been afraid
Pre-ACL
that
Rodri.
these guys would have gone on a winning streak. But you see this current Man City, with the likes of Semenyo, I know yes, they are very good players, so no doubt I will give it to them. But you cannot tell me that they will just fuse mid-season and then give us a winning streak.
Actually, when you think
Man City used to give it to us. So now, judging by that, looking into this game, in as much as I will not say Man City is going to lose, I will not say Leeds United is going to win. But what I'm going to say is it's going to be difficult for both sides. It's going to be definitely difficult for both sides. Let's not forget that Man City, if you check it, they have been making some errors. So many little errors that cost them, like that could cost them matches. Mkay just came in. We saw the own goal he scored. I think it was in the Carabao Cup against Newcastle or so. Or which match that he scored an own goal. Semenyo, he scored an own goal. Mkay, yes, he scored an own goal.
In fact, Gay is at the heart of Manchester defense.
That is why I brought him out, making you see that he actually scored an own goal mistakenly.
Own goals
happen in football. No, what I am trying to say is that it's not like a perfect, like once he came in, he made the whole defense so solid.
Your Arsenal fan bias, they come outside like this.
See, I said it here that it's going to be a difficult game for both sides, no doubt. But I will not give it to Man City.
I know, you know, give it to Man City. I know.
Even if I want to realistically look at it and say, okay, Man City will win this one, I will never give it to Man City.
I know that. And as a Manchester United fan, I put it to you there for Man City is going to win that match. It is going to be tough.
See, if it happens that they win, no problem.
It is going to be
but
tough.
I will not give it to them to win.
It is going to be tough. But now I am going to tell you why they are going to win.
Okay.
Or why I think they are going to win. I'm not going to say definitely they are going to win.
No,
Man City, who is supporting Leeds? Not
I
me,
know
definitely.
because I come there surprised.
Why am I supporting Leeds?
I support you too.
Why would Arsenal carry the league? See, Leeds are a physical side. Yes, they have physical centre backs. Yes, but just like at Manchester United, look at this play. Was it at Manchester United or at Tottenham? This 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃. Yeah, at Chelsea. That Chelsea match. Look at that penalty that 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃 considered. That rash penalty he considered. Their defenders have shown over time throughout the season that they can rashly commit some kind of fouls in the box that are unnecessary. And you have an handful with Semenyo, Haaland, that is now no longer occupying the penalty box but involving himself in all-round play. And you have Tijani.
Who be this guy?
No, I'm just saying, just in case they have the penalty.
You have this guy in the attack. What's the name of this guy? You have 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃. Just if they don't start
𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃. You want me to mention Manchester City?
If they don't ask 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Ryan 𝗏𝗃𝗃, 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃.
I don't rate 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃.
No wahala. But
Mamush,
for your team,
talk about Mamush.
if you say you know they rate 𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃, you no get a player for your team When if you compare, if you fold.
Definitely, you cannot tell me that Foden is
don't get
Bruno Fernandes. Are you whining me? Who the fuck is Foden?
Are they playing
Who the fuck is Foden?
Fernandes and Foden they play the same.
Oh, they are midfielders now.
They are midfielders.
So at the end of the day, Foden is seen as a 10. Foden is seen as a 10 in English football. Foden is seen as a 10. No. Foden is seen as a 10 currently. Foden is seen as a 10. Bruno is a 10, right? If you are comparing both 10s, Foden is not it.
Alright.
But if you want to say you want to play Foden, if you want to say let's say we play Foden as an 8. Now, for example, we still play Foden as an 8. It's impactful. See, whether the masses want to see it or not, I've been on this hill for 3 years plus now, and I was proved right by Euro 2020. Foden is a good player, no doubt, but he's very limited, and I do not like that kind of player for my team. Now, Foden is a player whose greatest attribute is his ball striking, meaning that if Foden takes 5 shots, out of those 5 shots, 3 out of them would be on target, and out of the 3 on target, at least 2. Let's say list of 1 will enter. On a very good day, 2 of those shots go in the net. When you have a very good goalkeeper, let's say only 1 goes into the net when Foden takes 5 shots. That's good. But now, when you now compare that, he operates between the lines only, basically in the half spaces. If you don't have the half spaces, if you block the half spaces, Foden cannot thrive. If you block the half spaces, Foden cannot thrive. Now, let's now talk about what Foden does.
United match, like
comparison
of Man U. See, if you want to go into this comparison of Man U players and Man City players,
I be want make you finish. Make I tell am say, you know they judge football by your abilities. They judge football by your achievement. But let's just
like let's not judge
players now.
You cannot judge every match by the form of the team.
Let's not lose focus of what we're talking about. We're talking about
this match. Man City is winning, this match, Man City is winning. See, seriously, look at it. But seriously, look at it. Look at it's not just about the fact that they are Man City. Truly, they've lost most of their attacking firepower that we used to fear back then. But most people are underrating Semenyo. You guys are underrating Semenyo. Somebody is at Bournemouth. Somebody is at Bournemouth and he racks up 9 goals, chatting with the league's best as top scorer before he moves to Man City. And now you now have Pep developing a system that fits his attacking players. Basically, Pep is playing Mamouche and Semenyo off of Haaland. Now, what Haaland is now doing compared to before is that Haaland is big. He's the big dog, yes. Leeds United have physical centre backs, and when they have Haaland, they are not going to leave Haaland for a second, because you leave Haaland, that is time for Haaland to play short, and Haaland playing a short means that Haaland is going to score if you allow him play more than 2 shots. Now, Semenyo comes off Haaland, Mamouche comes off Haaland. So if you say you block Semenyo, you know if you block Mamouche, and Mamouche is let out with finishing, so I think Man City go win.
For me, this one really talk. He just explained based on. But I didn't wanted to go into this Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes and Foden talk, because Fernandes is a good player by his abilities. We all know that. But when you talk about players, just like talking about 𝗍𝗫, Samuel Eto'o, you know if you ever compare them when it comes to ball ability, Okocha will finish him. But when you talk about I play football, what do you have to show for playing football? You cannot mention 𝗍𝗫 where Samuel Eto'o is, even in the African continent. So when you talk about Bruno Fernandes and Foden, Bruno exceptional, good player, quality, master, he can score free kicks, give pass. What does he have to show for? I played for Manchester United. That is all he has to show.
He still has 2 trophies.
And now why argument like 𝗍𝗲𝗃 is better than Bruno Fernandes, they come up, because when you check in cabinet, he has nothing.
He gets Carabao Cup. He gets Carabao Cup. He gets Carabao Cup.
Not even PFA player of the season. He no get am.
He gets.
Now you talk about
player of the season.
You talk about who gets PFA.
Who has won PFA player of the season?
Who get PFA young player? Who don't play Euros final?
Let's go to the national team. League 2 times.
FA Cup,
Leeds United, Man City. What's your prediction?
Alright, Leeds United, Manchester City. For me, like I said for the Liverpool game, it's a one-sided game. But this one, I want to make Arsenal fans enjoy and maybe I hope come up, come down. I want to see Leeds play very good football, and maybe the game ends like 2 won 2-0 for 2 goals for Manchester City and 1 goal for Leeds. But make e be say na Leeds first score. Abeg make this thing just follow my narrative. Leeds
see all of us know say all this one is just this thing where the title will be decided is at Etihad.
You fit beat them for Etihad. But let's
you give them for Etihad. Let's not go there. Let's focus on our weekend.
Our weekend.
Yes, let's